Good day everyone. For today I will going to present what is Marpol 73-78 Convention and how it could be implement the security with regard about the pollution in maritime environmental aspects, including the following chapters or regulation for the annexes 1 to 6. So first, what is maritime environment? The maritime environment refers to the area of operation often associated with nautical trade or naval matters. This chapter gives a general insight into the physical features of the marine environment. Environmental forces at sea come from wind, seaway, current, tidal waves, and waves from earthquakes or tsunamis. Generally, seaway is generated by the wind at the sea surface. The occurrence and the magnitude of wind and seaway depend on the sea area and the wind of the year. Next, what are the major sources of marine pollution and its impact hazards to human, animals, and shipping industry? The marine pollution refers to the contamination or presence of pollutants in oceans and seas. The word marine comes from the Latin word for sea, and it is related to similar words such as mariner. Marine pollution can be defined as anything that contaminates the sea. Common marine pollutants include chemicals, small plastics, beads on exfoliants, and also toxic biomatters such as sewage. But noise due to excessive traffic around the ocean can also be defined as pollution if it disrupts marine life. Pollution can vary depending on the context and the purpose for which seawater is being used. For example, normal seawater has some small particles of plants and sand in, and when the sea is considered as the habitat of marine animals, one would not think of these particles as pollutants, whereas one would definitely define toxic chemicals as pollutants. However, somebody wanted to use this brine for cooking in, they might see the sand and plants as polluting our cooking water. Next, explain Marpol Convention history when it was adopted, entered into force, and its objectives, including all the regulation of Marpol Annex 1 to 6. So, the Internal Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, or Marpol, is the main international convention covering prevention of pollution of the marine environment by ships from operational or accidental causes. The Marpol Convention was adopted on November 2, 1973 at IMO. The Protocol of 1978 was adopted in response at a spate of tanker accidents in 1976 to 1977, as the 1973 Marpol Convention had not yet entered into force. The 1978 Marpol Protocol absorbed the parent convention. The combined instrument entered into force the October 2, 1983. In 1997 protocol was adopted to amend convention, and a new Annex 6 was added, which entered into force on 19 May 2005. Marpol has been updated by amendments through the years. The convention includes regulation aimed at preventing and minimizing pollution from ships, both accidental pollution and that from routine operations, and currently includes 6 technical annexes. Special areas with strict control on operational discharges are included in the most annexes. And also all the following regulation of Marpol Annex 1 to 6. Annex 1. Regulation for the prevention of pollution by oil, or entered into force October 2, 1983, covers from prevention of pollution by oil from operational measures as well as from accidental discharges. Annex 2. Regulation for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances in bulk, entered into force October 2, 1983, details the discharge criteria and measures for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances carried in bulk. Annex 3. Prevention of pollution by harmful substances carried by sea in package form, or entered into force July 1, 1992, contains general requirements for the issuing of detailed standards on packing, marking, labeling, documentation, stowage, quantity limitations, exemptions, and notifications. Annex 4, Prevention of Pollution by Sewage from Ships or entered into force September 27, 2003, contains requirements to control pollution of the sea by sewage. Annex 5, Prevention of Pollution by Garbage from Ships or entered into force 31 December 1988, deals with different types of garbage and specifies the distances from land and the manner in which they may be disposed of. Annex 6, Prevention of Air Pollution from Ships or entered into force 19 May 2005, sets limits on sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide emissions from ship exhausts and prohibited deliberate emission of zone depleting substances. And that's all.